Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm gonna be talking about all the fights that the UFC announced during UFC 323. Yeah, the fight that just happened last Saturday. I like what they're doing. I love what they're doing, man. They're taking a new, they're taking a step in the right direction instead of the um Dana White Instagram lives and just announcing the fights over there. They're actually announcing the fights as like the fights go on. You get what I'm saying? Like throughout the entire card of 323, they were announcing fights like they announced the whole main card and or the whole card in general for UFC 325 Volkanovski versus Lopez 2. They also announced some fight nights that we're going to be talking about and my goat, my two goats fighting each other. And you know what? Fuck it, dude. Let's start it, bro. Let's just, I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. I got the fish shirt on. Hey, like and subscribe if you like the fish shirt. If you don't, doors that way, you already know. Hey, but listen, Holloway's coming for revenge. Holloway is coming for revenge. And he's gonna knock this guy, Charles Oliveira, out. I hate to say it, but it's gonna happen. We all know it's gonna happen, dude. I mean, this fight is a fight that the fans have been asking for a long time. It was booked before a long time ago, but it ended in an injury. Charles Oliveira, I think he tore his esophagus or something like that, and yeah, so that's how the fight ended. But yeah, dude, Holloway, man, this is gonna be a banger fight. I'm insanely excited for this fight. Y'all already know Max Holloway is my favorite fighter. Um, Charles Oliveira too, man. They're both like your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. Like literally. Gosh. I'm just mesmerized, man. This is beautiful matchmaking. I can't wait to see what they if they mess up like this card, then that's like I'm done. I'm deleting the channel. Like there's no way you can mess up this main event by having like the shittiest card of all time. Like why would you like just waste that? But no, man. I mean, do I even have to say my prediction? Y'all already know. I feel like Max Holloway is gonna knock this guy out, and I'm serious about that. If he's not gonna knock him out, he's gonna demolish him for 5 rounds, the same way he did Poirier and Gaethje. Uh, yeah. Both these guys have gotten knocked out by Ilya. Um, Oliveira, I feel like he's well in the Ilya fight especially. He took the striking approach, which is not the smartest thing to do whenever you're going up against Ilya Taporia. And we saw that he got flatlined in 1 round. Um, but yeah, in his latest fight against Gamrot, he came back in like 2 months after getting knocked out by Ilya, and he showed a lot of improvement. It was supposed to be Fazeev. Fazeev pulled out due to an injury, I think. Um, and Gamrot stepped in, and Charles submitted him, I think, in round 2 or 3. Um, but yeah, Charles is just a machine. But the one thing I don't like about Charles is that every fight he has, he like gets knocked down. Like we saw it with Poirier, we saw it with Gaethje, we saw it. I mean, he got flatlined by Ilya. Um, yeah, uh, his I mean his jujitsu is amazing. Obviously, that's what he's most known for. The way he backpacks everybody that he fights against, he submits everybody. He's got the most finishes. Um, but Max Holloway, man, talk about bloody Max Holloway, dude. The BMF of the world. This guy is a killer. He flatlined Justin Gaethje. He put up the best performance against Ilya. He was arguably winning the fight. I wasn't able to watch that fight live. I'm very sad about that, but I have watched it. I watched it over once because I don't like seeing my guy get knocked out. But no, dude, this is gonna be a beautiful fight. If Max Holloway keeps the fight standing, then obviously, yeah, we already know how it's gonna go. He's gonna piece up Charles Oliveira. Now the problem is if Charles gets him down and tests his jiu-jitsu, which I mean Max Holloway has a pretty good anti-wrestling, or he has good sprawls, I guess. Um, if Charles Oliveira finds a way to get it to the mat and starts doing his jiu-jitsu, then it's gonna be a problem for Max Holloway. But I don't see him having a problem with that. Um, yeah, no, this is beautiful matchmaking. I'm really excited to see this fight. I can't wait to glaze Max Holloway that entire week, that entire month, matter of fact. Um, yeah, no, dude, I'm excited. I really hope they don't mess it up. All right. They also announced some fights, or they announced the full card for Volkanovski and Lopez too, which I will say, um, it ain't great. It ain't looking too good. Okay, this was already a shitty fight to begin with. Well, it's not a shitty fight. It's shitty matchmaking. Um, because this rematch makes no sense. I've already talked about it before, but it's going to be a fun fight. Uh, I remember talking about it with my cousin. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but we were talking about it a little bit. That the UFC is taking an approach where they want to make fun fights that don't necessarily have to make sense. And there are a couple on here that don't make sense. So we're going to be talking about that. Starting off, Dan Hooker and Benoit Saint Denis. This fight, this fight makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to be a co-main event. You get what I'm saying? Um, yeah, no, but it's going to be an amazing fight. Dan Hooker, I mean, he just got demolished by Arman Sarukian, but don't hold that up against him. He's the number one ranked contender. You can't really say anything about that. But we've seen the wars that he's been in, like with Dustin Poirier, a lot of people. Um, and Benoit Saint Denis just got off of a really good knockout win over Beneil Dariush in like what 14 seconds, something like that. Um, yeah, and he fraud checked one of the best guys in the division, best up and coming guys, in Mauricio Rufy, who I'm pretty sure is also fighting. Yep, right here, Mauricio Rufy is also fighting. That's another fight that doesn't make sense, but I'll get into that. What I've been saying about this fight, what I've been thinking, I've been giving it a lot of thought. Um, Cause yeah, right now it's Wednesday. I'm probably gonna drop the video today. Um, but this is Benoit Saint Denis's toughest test, besides like Dustin Poirier. This is his toughest test to get into the top 5 of the lightweight division for right now. Um, yeah, because Benoit Saint Denis, I don't feel like he beats any of the other guys. Like I don't think he beats Paddy Pimblett. I don't. He definitely does not beat Arman or Ilya. He could put up a good fight against Justin. Um, Max is destroying him. Charles is destroying him. Like this, I feel like this is the closest he's gonna get to the top 5. I think Dan Hooker is ranked number 6. I'm pretty sure. Um, and I do feel like Benoit Saint Denis is gonna get it done. Um, it is gonna be a good fight, and I wouldn't be surprised if Dan Hooker somehow pulls it off. Um, yeah, it's beautiful matchmaking. I wasn't expecting Dan Hooker to come so fast. Pause. Pause. I wasn't expecting him to come back so fast after his loss to Arman Sarukian. But I mean, hey, hopefully he don't get injured. We saw him pull out against what's his name, Rufus, Justin Gaethje, and yeah, and then he took a long time off after that. I'm not gonna be talking about all the fights that they announced because I mean, you can see there's a lot of whatever the fuck this is. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just be talking about the main fights, the ones I think that are most important. This fight, I'm not really too like hype about it. Why is this the featured fight? It would have made more sense to make it Fiziev and Mauricio Rufy, or I don't know, even Quillen Salkittle or Rong Zhu. Like, I don't get why this is the featured fight of this card, but none of these fights make sense. So, but yeah, Sergey Spivak and Ante Delija. Um, Ante Delija fights in the same training camp as Tom Aspinall. Sergey Spivak, he's kind of like a journeyman in the heavyweight division. I mean, a lot of people that get past him are usually like the top guys, and the people that he beats are usually like lower level. Um, but Ante Delija, he just had a KO loss against what's the guy's name? Waldo Cortez Acosta. Um, Ante Delija eye poked him, and then Waldo came back and knocked him out in like 10 seconds after. Um, but yeah, no, Ante Delija wasn't looking too bad in that fight. I feel like Ante Delija is gonna win this fight by knockout. But you know, it's the heavyweight division. What you can take my prediction with a grain of salt. Literally anything can happen in that heavyweight division. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about that too much. Now, this fight makes 0 sense. Mauricio Rufy lost to Benoit Saint Denis whenever Mauricio Rufy was unranked. I don't know how this guy became ranked. Or was he ranked before that? I don't know if he was ranked before that. Um, I genuinely don't get this. But Mauricio Rufy lost to Benoit Saint Denis, who he was like ranked top 11 or something like that. And he lost, and now he's getting to fight somebody who's number 9 ranked after he just lost to Benoit Saint Denis. He's fighting up the rankings even though he lost, which doesn't make sense, but it's a fun fight, which is what I've been saying. They're trying to make fun fights that don't make sense. So it's good for like the people that are just starting to get into the UFC, but it's bad for the people who have been watching the UFC and like want to make fight. We want the UFC to make fights that make sense. But I don't know, man. I'm still excited. Hopefully Mauricio Rufy can get it done. I don't think he will. I think Rafael Fiziev, the way that he brutalized Bahamundes. I picked Bahamundes to win that fight just because of how tall he is. If you guys saw how tall he was against Fiziev, you would have thought that he was in there with like a heavyweight. And it's crazy, honestly. And this guy was still able to pull it off. So I am making the same mistake of betting against this guy. I feel like Fiziev is gonna get it done, but I would like to see Rufy win. Um, I do love the fighting nerds. Um, yeah, man. And Mauricio Rufy's a dog. Both of these guys. Fiziev is more like kickboxing, not kickboxing, Muay Thai. He's more Muay Thai and stuff like that. Um, Mauricio Rufy's like a kickboxer, and yeah, but he got out grappled by BSD and submitted. So he's a bit questionable down there, I guess. But hopefully he improved. I'm sure he did. Mauricio Rufy also had that great spinning wheel kick against Bobby Green. Um, I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be fighting on one of the on this card. I think he was supposed to fight, but yep, I don't know. Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna pick Fiziev. Yeah, this is a fight. I'm not gonna talk about it a lot, but I want you to look at these two names and tell me if you ever heard of them before. I'll give you 5 seconds. Thank you. No, you've never. And this fight is above Tai Tuivasa and Taliesin Teixeira, Quillen Salkeld, and Jimmy Crute. I would have even preferred Junior Toffa and Billy Elicana before over that. What? Why is this on the main card? I would rather put this all the way in the bottom. But I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun fight. This is what the UFC does, man. This is the direction that they're going with this Paramount Plus card or deal. Like they're just making fun fights that we won't expect to be fun. But yeah, okay, yeah, enough of that. All right, Tai Tuivasa and Taliesin Teixeira. Um, yeah, Taliesin is getting this guy out the UFC. Taliesin is gonna smoke Tai Tuivasa. I hate to say it, but Tai Tuivasa is losing, and Taliesin Teixeira's only loss is to Derek Lewis. He has the most knockouts. Um, he wasn't even looking bad against him. He just got caught. Tai Tuivasa, he's on like a what 5 losing streak. We can check it out right now. He's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 losing streak. Get this guy out the UFC like as soon as possible. And I hate to say it, dude, honestly, but yeah, if he loses this, he's done. He's got to be done. Um, yeah, man. No, I feel like it's gonna be his last fight in the UFC, man. Taliesin Teixeira, he's a dog. So it's gonna be sad to see him go out like that. Maybe he might even retire. I don't know how old he is, but he's been in the UFC for quite a while. Um, yeah, man. Junior Taffa and Billy Elicana. I don't really care for this fight. Junior Taffa, I hate him. He's terrible. Billy Elicana is gonna knock him out. All right. Ooh, Oban Elliott. Watch out for this guy. This guy is a beast. I love this guy. I remember watching him fight. His last fight, I think it was. Um, no, this dude is really good. He's got really crisp boxing. Um, I'm excited for that fight. Quillen fucking Sal killed, man. Quillen Sal killed, dude. Versus oh shoot, Rongju might be him, dude. 27-6. That is not a bad record. Hey, but listen, Quillen Salkild is like knocking this guy out. I don't care. Um, Quillen Salkild is one of the most hyped up fighters in the lightweight division right now. Um, he's up and coming. He just knocked out a really good dude. Um, yeah, and he knocked him out and by a head kick. John Anik was over there. They have a bakery. You should have heard the commentary while he got that knockout. Uh, if you know, you know. Hey, but yeah, Quillen Salkild's knocking this guy out. Um, yeah, this is gonna be the last fight I'm gonna talk about. Jimmy Crute, Dustin Jacoby. Uh, it's a pretty good fight. Yeah, Jimmy Crute is also pretty hyped up in the light heavyweight division. Um, Dustin Jacoby. Let me see this guy's record for his last fight. Oh yeah, he's on a 2-fight win streak. Lost to Dominic Reyes, which isn't. I mean, is nothing to be ashamed of. But yeah, no, I don't know who's gonna win that. I mean, I'm leaning towards Jimmy Crute just because of the hype. But yeah, man, I mean, this card isn't terrible. I'm sure these fights, literally, the reason these fighters are like grayed out is because it's probably their first fights in the UFC. So, I mean, yeah, hopefully these fights turn out good, and I just look like a dumbass. But no, the matchmaking is a little bit questionable, but it'd be fun fights, you know. Last thing we're gonna talk about: Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. This is gonna be a banger. Um, oh yeah. Also, Osborne. I don't really like Ode. He's all right, but Sean Strickland and Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez was supposed to fight Rainer de Ritter. the way that Brendan Allen beat Rainer DeRitter, I feel like Anthony Hernandez would have done like that like 10 times worse. And I was gonna pick DeRitter. That's the bad thing. I picked DeRitter to beat Brendan Allen. Like I've been looking like a dumbass with all my picks recently. Hey, but still, don't doubt me. All right. There might be a little bit of some flaws, but that don't mean you got to see the bigger picture. All right. Anyways, hey, Sean Strickland, Anthony Hernandez. This is 100% Anthony Hernandez's like toughest test yet. His last fight was, I'm pretty sure, against Roman Dolidze. You guys know how much I hate Roman Dolidze. I talked about that on a previous video before. I hate Roman Dolidze. He's so bad. And Anthony Hernandez brutalized him, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't? But Sean Strickland is really, I mean, he might seem boring. A lot of people have been saying that he's like a really boring fighter who just loves to teep and just do this. He just does that. But it's effective, dude. The people that he's lost twice to Dricus du Plessis, which is a former champion. He just lost the belt to Hamzat Chimaev. Um, you can't get mad at this guy for losing to literally the champion, and he arguably lost or won the first fight. I thought he won the first fight. Um, and then the second fight that was very one-sided. He obviously lost that one, but no, man, this guy has really good anti-wrestling, and Anthony Hernandez is known for his wrestling. He's also improving with his striking. We saw that in the Roman Dolidze fight, but no, Sean Strickland, he's also hard to hit. Um, if you can't find the like a way to pull like the way he does this block, although it looks stupid, but it's effective. Like I've been saying. Um, so I mean, I'm really excited for this fight. This is a really good main event for a fight night. Um, dude, why couldn't they just put this as the fucking uh co-main for Volkanovski and Lopez too? I don't get it. I mean, I guess it is because I think this Volkanovski fight is taking place in Australia, but who cares, dude? Who cares? But yeah, for this fight, I've seen people say Sean Strickland, but I'm gonna go Anthony Hernandez. Um, yeah, I can't really explain why. I just feel like it's a gut feeling that Anthony Hernandez is gonna be able to pull it off. Um, Sean Strickland is really boring. He does the same moves over and over again. Um, but he's got a really good chin, and that's what scares me for Anthony Hernandez is you can hit him however many times you want. You can hit him with the nastiest overhand or uppercut that you can, and he'll still walk forward. This guy literally broke his nose and popped it back into place mid-fight against the Dricus du Plessis. I'm pretty sure it was his nose, but he was literally like, literally did that and just kept fighting. Like this guy, as much as you, no matter how controversial he is, um, he's a beast, dude. You can't take that away from him, no matter how much you hate him. But, oh, dude, I don't even know, dude. I'm kind of like on the fence about it now. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I'm definitely gonna need a lot more time to think about this fight and who's gonna win. But yeah, man. And if you're a hardcore like me and you want to know about Ode Osborne and whoever this guy is, Ode Osborne is losing 100%. I hate this guy. He's just so weird. Um, yeah, man. Shit, but yeah, that's all for today. Um, I try to make this video a little shorter because I know I just dropped like a like a basically a podcast episode last time. Um, that video was like 54 minutes long, but yeah, man. Um, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'm gonna be making a video. Most likely, it's gonna be dropping on Friday. I'm gonna be talking about the UFC fight coming up. It's Brandon Royval and Manel Kopp. Manel Kopp is winning. Just a preview. Um, but yeah, man, stay tuned. Make sure y'all watch that video. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.